Hi class, welcome to week 5. So this week we are writing the conclusion of our 3-paragraph essay. And I don't know about you, but week 5 is kind of, I've been in school now for 5 weeks and I think we kind of need to pick me up. So that's why I chose this kind of fun green background. Uh, and it's okay to have fun this week with your writing. And I'm going to show you how we can have a little bit of fun. Um, because conclusions can sometimes seem boring or redundant. So um, I'm hoping that I can give you a few tricks to help you. So the first thing that you want to do is grab this. Let me see, let me pull it up real quick. You want to grab the document that is in our course. That's the lesson 5, writing practice, writing a conclusion. So you'll want to make sure that you fill out all of these, your name, and you have the prompt question that you're answering and thesis statement, all of these things that you filled out last week. And so the new content that we're filling out this week is right here at the bottom. So a conclusion is the very last paragraph of our 3-paragraph essay. And I want to just explain a few of these terms. So this asks us, what themes/ideas from this essay can I choose to revisit my concluding paragraph? So this really is just asking us to revisit our thesis. So let's go ahead and look at a slide that I prepared to discuss that. So last week in lesson 4, I talked about this is what my original thesis, as I said, one way I can feel the Holy Ghost more is by going to bed before 1 a.m. And so when I revisit the thesis, I'm going to just kind of tweak or rearrange these words. So I've done that by actually just flipping my sentence. By going to bed before 1 a.m., comma, I can feel the Holy Ghost directing me. Okay, so you can see that I've taken, let's look at some of these words. I've used the word Holy Ghost. Let me get my highlighter here. So these two words are the same. I've used the words I can feel. I've reused the word 1 a.m., before 1 a.m., bed. Look, kind of what I've done. Whoa! You guys see how many words I am taking from my original? Look, I have just flipped or swapped that sentence around. And so by kind of reorganizing or replacing those words, I have a sentence that is a bit different, but it still means the same thing. So I'm going to take this sentence and I'm going to include it into that document. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here. And one thing different that you may see your classmates doing is they may be directly answering this question saying, the topics I will revisit are my thesis. I want you to actually physically do what I did. I want you to physically rewrite the thesis because I think this will be more beneficial than a plain answer. So please go ahead and rewrite your thesis as you would include it in the conclusion. The next thing is you're going to answer this question. How can I provide my reader with closure based on the information I shared? So let's go to the slide and show you how you can do that. So the students have a tendency to add in new information, like new evidence or new statistics. We don't want to add anything new. It's like my kids when they want to go to bed. Mom, I need to go to the bathroom. Mom, I need a drink. Okay? They're trying to add new things to distract my attention from them going to bed. So that's the same thing with the conclusion. When we add new information, it distracts the reader from understanding we're actually ending our essay. So we're just going to two great things that you can do is you can testify and then you can revisit examples that you've already given. So let me show you how this is done. So we know that my thesis is about going to bed early. And so I can say something like this. I know that when I go to bed early, I will be refreshed and handle the stress of the day. Okay, and you'll probably want to add a good 2 to 3 sentences to this. I think a strong conclusion paragraph is about 5 to 6 sentences. And I am not adding any new information. I've already talked about that I need to go to bed before 1 a.m., but be specific here. Say I need to go to bed early. My goal is to, you can't see that, is to go to bed by 11 p.m. And then I will be refreshed and handle the stress of the day by going to bed early. Okay, so you can notice that I have actually physically inserted in the sentence that I'm going to use in my conclusion. I think this is more beneficial than restating the question like you did with your thesis. Hopefully that makes sense. So instead of saying, I will provide my reader with closure by doing blah, 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 I actually want you to write what you would for your conclusion. Okay, so this is kind of my expectation for what I'm going to see when you submit this portion of your paper. Have a great day.